Recently, I feel like I've been suffering with an extreme lack of faith, and I think that faith stems from me projecting undesirable outcomes into the future. For example, like I'm in this moment right now, and then I'm worried about things happening. I'm worried about what if this happens? What if this doesn't happen? What if this doesn't go the way I want it to? And basically, what I'm worried about is I'm worried I'm not going to make it. A fear of failure. And that's what's making me fearful at the moment and causing some struggle for me because I've just been really worried about me not making it and getting in my head. And that's stopped me from doing things that I need to be doing in order to make it. Of course, everyone's gonna make fun of you, bro. Like, everyone is gonna make fun of you, bro. It sucks, but I feel like, I mean, regardless of that, you have to try, right? You have to try, but it's like when you feel like the whole world is hating on you, it's a lot of noise, but also something about defying noise, defying haters, defying the talk back. Is the fact that you are defying it and overcoming it, and you're standing on the other side of it. You're not doing the same thing everyone else is. Because at the end of the day, you want to be different. You want to feel different. You want to be unique. I think that there is a lot of conformity in this world. I mean, bro, obviously it's cool to have people you like. I get why there's a lot of conformity in this world. But I think at the same time, it can turn into a really, really toxic thing to the point where people are hating on other people just because they're different. Different sides, different stories, different skin color, background, interests, or just the simple fact that they're doing something I wouldn't do. So I'm clowning them, hating on them. Even if it's subconsciously and people don't realize it, it's still happening. And I think that this is super impactful in everyone's lives. Bro, because let's be honest, you watching this right now, you are worried about what other people are thinking of you. To no matter what extent, small, big, anywhere in between, you are worried about what someone else is thinking of you to some extent. And that impacts your thoughts, your decisions, in consequence, your entire lives. And so, how do we navigate that? How do you navigate the perception of other people, especially when you feel like it's making a negative impact on your life? I think the best way to deal with that is to just forget about it. Fuck what they think of you. And obviously, it's easier said than done. You're not going to be your best. You're not going to be perfect, bro. Like, you're going to care about what someone thinks of you even long after you feel like you got over caring what other people think of you. It's okay. We have four types of thoughts, okay? We have thoughts that are helpful and accurate. We have thoughts that are helpful and inaccurate. We have thoughts that are not helpful and accurate. And we have thoughts that are not helpful and inaccurate. So I tend to want to stay in the helpful range, whether a thought is or isn't accurate. So something like going back to my previous example of there's going to be times where regardless of how much progress you've made, you're still going to think of what people think of you. And it's okay to forgive yourself. Is it more beneficial for you to think it's okay to forgive yourself? Or is it more beneficial for you to think, no, I need to, oh, what am I doing? Like, why did I just succumb to people's expectations of me again? Like, I'm so stupid. I'm this, that, and the third, and start beating yourself up. What do you think, regardless of accuracy, is more helpful to you? And so I apply that to other areas of my life. The thought, is everything gonna work out? Is it accurate? Who knows? Everything could work out, it couldn't work out. Who knows if it's accurate or not? But is it helpful? Is it helpful to believe that everything is going to work out, whether that thought is accurate or not? It is most definitely helpful. At times, we try to stay in the region of thoughts that are accurate, but I think we should navigate that shift, that focus to what thoughts are helpful, whether they are inaccurate or accurate. You gotta be delusional at times. The thought, oh, people are judging me right now as they're watching this video. Is that thought accurate? Let's say it's accurate. People are judging me. They hate this video. Oh my god, this, that, and the third. It could be an accurate thought. Is that a helpful thought to have? To overwhelm yourself with what other people may be thinking about you? May be thinking about you. Not that they are thinking about you. That is what you perceive. You perceive that they may be thinking about you. But is perception reality? I don't think so. Every human being perceives the world in their own way, which means every human being's perception of the world is going to be different. With that being said, I think it's important to understand that we do not see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. We do not see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. Your thoughts create your feelings create an emotion, that emotion creates a vibration, and that vibration is becomes a magnet, attracts things to you, also repels things away from you, and therefore shapes your external world and your reality. Each one of us has something different going on in our head. We're not right or wrong, we just are. And I think it's so important for human beings to allow themselves to just be. I think oftentimes people try to force themselves, oh, I need to be this, I need to feel this way, I need to do that. Let's say, for example, you're going through a breakup, okay, and you're telling yourself, I need to feel better, I need to get over this, I need to, why can't you just be? Whatever that looks like, however that feels, why can't you just be? When I apply the things I talk about to myself, or rather try to apply the things that I talk about to myself, at times I can struggle. And I think it's just human nature of the fact that, when you detach yourself from a situation and you look at it from a different perspective, you're able to see the situation clearly. And obviously, us being in ourselves, we cannot detach ourselves from the situation nor see the situation from a different perspective. So oftentimes we can see our own problems clearly. Sorry, let's retrack. We can see other people's problems clearly, but we cannot see our own problems clearly. And I think that's where people can start to struggle with comparison, struggle with their self image due to that comparison, feeling better or worse than other people. I think that can also hinder your growth. And although it's cliche, I believe it to be 1,000% true. Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. And when we look at comparing ourselves to other people, I think it's important to keep some factors in mind so that you may remind yourself that comparing yourself to others does not facilitate growth. And those factors are: one, you see 100% of your own life, your own body, your own surroundings, your own actions, your own thoughts, your own feelings, etc., etc. Let's compare that to, let's say, one of your closest friends. You've known this person since kindergarten, y'all grew up together, elementary, middle, high school. That's your dog. That's your brother. That's your sister. That's whoever. That person knows maybe around 30% of your thoughts compared to your 100%. And you have to understand, our lives are not going to be the same. You didn't have the same experiences, upbringing, background, culture, exposure, etc., as anyone else in the world. You have to understand you're a true one of one. And I think really dedicating energy, dedicating focus to that thought process is really beneficial, because where your focus goes, your energy follows. Shout out to Isaiah Salter. Where your focus goes, your energy follows. So what type of thoughts are you putting your focus into? What type of feelings and emotions and actions are you putting your focus into? Because going back to the previous example that we were just talking about, which I low-key kind of forgot. Oh, the fact that you're a one of one in this world and that you don't need to compare yourself to other people. If you focus on that thought, your energy is gonna go into that thought, and you're gonna be able to watch that thought become a feeling, that feeling become an emotion, and that emotion become a vibration, and that vibration act as a magnet, attract things to you, also repels things away from you, and it will therefore shape your external world and your external reality. That's the key to it, really. And bro, like I said, easier said than done. It's easier for me to talk about this to other people and help them with their problems because I'm able to see it detached and I'm able to see it from a different perspective. And I can't do the same for myself. I think it's in those times, like right now, times where I'm struggling with the fear of not making it, it's times I have to remind myself of those thoughts that facilitate growth and those thoughts that just ground me, ground my soul, ground my being, and ground my identity. Yeah, man. So that's all I got.